together pieces of music we all know. So I think actually it's a great time to be doing it. So I'm hoping that what you're going to do this evening is just thoroughly enjoy yourselves. There are lots of songs, and I know more. It's very possible that as we go through the evening, there will be some which are less familiar to you. But I can assure you, when you've done the less familiar one, the next one will be much more familiar. So don't panic. And if you feel like you need a rest, again, don't panic. We're really, really lucky tonight that so many people have come in from local choirs to join us. The idea of this evening really was to give us a chance for anybody that wants to have a sing to come along and have a jolly good sing. But I thought, well, if you don't sing that often, you might feel a bit nervous. So I ran around and emailed all the local choirs and said, why don't you come along and join us, and that will give people a bit of support. And out of that arose the idea that, well, actually, all these people that get together on a regular basis and sing together, they do it for a reason. They do it because they love it. And they might well be over the moon for you to join them. So during the course of this evening, you think, actually, I quite enjoy that, and I fancy finding out some more. Then during the interval, there are tables out the back there, and you're going to be able to go and talk to people, find out about what they do, and potentially go along and join them. So lots of things going on. It's such an exciting event. I've had to make up 2 new words. The first one you'll see all around you is sensation. It was when I was thinking about this, I decided that what's that feeling when you've got a piece of music, and those of us who sing will know that moment when you sing a great song and it suddenly shivers down your spine. And I decided that what it was it's that sensational moment. And what tonight's about is just giving ourselves a chance, maybe once or twice, to feel that bit of a frisson when it all goes right and we think, wow. And that will make up for all the times when it doesn't go quite right. We all think, right, we'll move on to the next one now. And the other word I've made up is a performance. Because you are a performance. Because you can't just be an audience tonight. Because you are the people that are here. You're going to be doing the work. And I'll tell you more about that in a minute. But basically, we are in a performance. You are the audience. And if you don't do a performance, you're not going to have much of a show. So you are a performance, and you will be working. And I hope you enjoy doing that. So with that in mind, I think it's time for us to warm up, because that's what you do when you're in concerts and you're in choirs. So if you'd all like to stand up, please. So I think the first thing we need to do is just have a little relax. You don't need any space for this. You just shake your hands. Yeah, just shake your hands, and then maybe just lift up one of your feet and give it a bit of a waggle. Lift up the other one, put the other one down first. Yeah, the other one, give that a bit of a waggle. Maybe just a bit of a move of your neck, move it around very gently, don't do yourself an injury, quite slowly, and then back the other way. Anybody here that knows what they're talking about and tells me off making you do that, I'm sorry. And then maybe a bit of moving your shoulders up and down and around, so all the way forward and down and back, and up and around again, and then around the other way, so back towards the back of you, and back. Okay, you feeling a bit more relaxed? It's making me feel good, so yeah, right. So let's just stretch our faces a bit now. I'd like you to just see if you can give me a really big, long, wide, and big and round, that is, but I can't say it without. I can see lots of people laughing, that's not big and round. Big and round. Okay, so let's have a. One of the things you're going to have to do later on is I need some accents. And of course, we're not just singing tonight, we are acting as well. You'll find out more about that later. At some points, the ladies in particular will need to be posh. So can I hear it very, very posh? How nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. That was very nice. Can I hear it again? It's too nice. How nice to meet you. Gentlemen, you're not quite as posh as that. We need more of a yokel for you. So can I have a bit of ooh-ar, please? Ooh-ar. What do you reckon, ladies? You think they could do better? Yes. A bit more ooh-ar. Exactly, okay. Now we have sound effects in this. You'll notice it's about sing like you're in the shower. And we're doing this in aid of water aid tonight, so the themes of this song are quite wet. So sometimes you need to be a gentle shower. I just like to take a big, deep breath in. And then just go out on a. You will be told when to do it. Thank you, that's wonderful. Okay. And now if you'd like to just let the rest of the air out. And just have it relax for a second. Sometimes We need more than that. We have to do a shh. So let's take another deep breath. And when you get to the end of this breath, I'd like you to just let it drop out. And I want to hear who's last. Who can go on for the longest? So it's getting quieter. People aren't giving up. There's still something going on. Or it could be the sound system. Who was last? Who wants to claim the prize? Okay, we're also going to be doing some scene setting. As we go through our play tonight, we have to take our actors back in time. At one point they go back to a time in Scotland. So I'd like us to do some humming now. If you've got a low voice, can you hum this note? So if you're a low lady or a low man. If you're a high lady or a soprano, what are you saying? Can you sing? Okay, right. That's lovely. Now, that's actually got to be the drone of a bagpipe, please. So I need you to, gents, you're going to be back later on. I'd like to get your drone ready, whatever this is called that you hump it with. You humper. And ladies, you've got to go. That they launched the World Bagpipe Championships this week. They're taking place in Glasgow in August. And there's going to be a bagpipe band from Mexico there. So I don't know what they sound like. But that's what they sound like. But I thought that was just the right moment. So I think the last thing we need to do is just sing a bit around, actually do some singing. There's a very popular song you'll all know called Row, Row, Row Your Boat. Yes? Let's just remind you how it goes. Row, row. 1, 2. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merry, 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 life is but a dream. Lovely, we're going to be great. So let's break into 4 straight off, shall we? We'll have group 1, group 2. Don't sing too loudly because there's more of you. Group 3, and everybody upstairs. Can you be group 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. So row, row, row your boat, when it gets to the end of the first line, then comes group 2, group 3, group 4, and we'll sing it through. I think if we sing it through 5 times, we will get to sing it all the way through. And if it gets boring, I'll pull you off. So what I put together is a little play that joins you all together, and we're very lucky to be joined by 2 people who were very good friends of mine. Caroline and Adrian. So why are we doing this? Well, this all came to me over the Christmas holidays. You know how you finish work and you relax and suddenly life feels a bit different? Well, I woke up about 2 o'clock one morning and think, I want to do something which gets everybody singing together. And I couldn't get back to sleep. And part of it was down to this book here. How many people have got a community songbook at home? Yes? Those of you who haven't seen these, there are millions of these stuck in attics and second-hand bookshops across the UK. And I thought to myself, can I put together an evening of music out of the community songbook? And I started going through it and very quickly decided that most of them were so politically incorrect that we probably have to burn the book if we actually committed to having it. So I did do that. I thought, well, there's a bit of inspiration there. And then I thought, well, what else is going on? Why are people into singing at the moment? And of course, there's all these programs on the telly. There's the choir, the Gareth Malone does, and that's great, but that's about a choir and making it perfect, isn't it? And that's brilliant. It doesn't give people who don't sing regularly a chance to be involved. But that was another part of the inspiration. And then you're all here missing the voice, aren't you? So, you know, it's not on tonight. It was on last week. Oh well. So what we've got tonight is a story which is based around community singing. It's based on songs that, most of it's based on songs about water, because that was really the original inspiration, was Water Aid, and we're collecting money tonight for Water Aid. And what we're going to be doing is turning what would have been called community singing years ago, we're bringing it up to we're going to call it mass karaoke. Doesn't that sound better? And because that's what the screens, you see, so we're right in the 21st century. So you're the performance, you're the extras, you're the sound effects, and you're the musical track that's going to join the story together. And we're very lucky that in addition to having you as the performance, we've got a couple of choirs who are going to come out and sing to us as well, just to break the evening up. And there's no favouritism, so you get the words, but then so do Mabel and Frank, so we can all get through this together with as few slip-ups as possible. Because this is, you're a world premiere here, folks. This has never happened before, literally. So ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause as we go and we look at Mabel Takes a Shower.
My name is Mabel and I'm very able. I've had a very successful life and my business has made a fortune. I'm so rich that not only do I take a shower every day, but I use a different shower cap every time. I'm very lucky because I'm fully self-sufficient and I don't need anyone else.
My name is Frank, and I calls a spade a spade. I've seen a lot of life, and now I just like to spend my time in my garden. I got a lovely tin bath in my kitchen, but I don't need to use it. There's a great symbols round here. I ain't got much money though, so I need to be fully self-sufficient. But I could do with some help.
Mabel's had a tough day. This morning she took delivery of a new television, and later on she had a very, very difficult game of bridge. This evening she's going to cook chicken a la risotto, so now she's looking forward to having a nice long shower to relax before the rigours of the kitchen.
Oh, I do love my shower. It's my own little cocoon away from the trials of everyday living. I love to get the water really hot, put on my shower cap, and let the sound of the water carry me away.
Have the sound effects.
He's not been there long, turned up a couple of weeks ago. I haven't really
keeps banging. Well, that's all in to sort it out. Could you help me? Have you got a bucket I can borrow?
No, I have not. You need to sort out your own problems, not rely on other people. Now, could you please mend your bucket more quietly?
Now, why don't you shut your window? Well, she's as stuck up what's it, isn't she? I calls a spade, like I said, and she's a...
That's a bit better. Some people are just so needy. I mean, do I look like the kind of person who would let one of my buckets be used to move mud and muck and slime? I suppose I could go to power shower mode. That might shut it up a bit.
Or is the power shower? We need a bit more of a shh this side, please. That is going to be enough. Mabel got into the shower and relaxed. And as she relaxed, her mind started wandering back to a time many years ago. A time when she was just a girl and she went on holiday to the seaside. We need to make sure that she gets there. I think it's time for some music to help her drift. I think the ideal piece would be I Do Like to Be Beside the Seaside. Can we have a few people forward to help us sing it, please? Some of you that I spoke to last night very nicely. Looks like we've got an organ. I wonder if we can find the theatre organs. I think there should be one up there. Let's see if we can make him appear. Are you up there? Oh, I can hear it happen. You're going to go and stand up there. Oh, there he is, you see. Hearing magic, fire magic. So we're going to sing I Do Like to Be Beside the Seaside. We're going to sing it through twice. And we need to make sure there's a very good knob and brass when the brass band plays to the old pom pom. We'll have a nice couple of pauses on when we go in the first time. We'll go straight through this the second time. I think you might as well stand up and enjoy this one. Over to you, my spirit. So Mabel sat down and watched. Suddenly, a young urchin in a flat cap tapped her on the shoulder.
Are you alright? I'm going home soon, so I wondered if you'd like to have my bucket. Really? Yeah, really. I won't be able to take it on the train. So if I give it to you, I know that someone will continue to enjoy it. And you look very sweet. And your cap really suits you too. Thank you so much.
But the sun was in my eyes, so I couldn't really see his face.
That was a lovely story, Mabel. Where was the holiday?
Oh, let's think. Yes, that would have been Colwyn Bay.
Perfect, perfect. Colwyn Bay, the land song. I think we should make the most of our organist before he disappears back into the floor again. Do you know any good Welsh tunes, Phil?
How about Guide Me and I'll Bring You Home?
That sounds perfect. That's what we got. Wonderful. So we're going to get the Woods and Male chorus now to come out and help lead us in Guide Me and I'll Bring You Home. Gentlemen, please. How are your Welsh accents, gents? Ladies and gentlemen? They're good. Gentlemen, in this one, can we have a D? It's a really important bit at the end of it, isn't it? So, lay me now nevermore. Make sure we get it, because we've got lots of bass lines to bring in there. Think we're ready, Finn? Thank you. Shall we sing it? Yeah. Good. Now you'll notice that to keep things true to our story, we've changed the words in this song because we're obviously talking about Mabel and Frank here. So you need to sing dear Mabel, and there's a hole in my bucket, and fix it, dear Frank. We're going to give you some instructions as well, since there are enough people here. So sometimes it might say ladies downstairs, sometimes it might say ladies upstairs, sometimes it might say everybody, just keep the wits about you. It goes on quite a long while, this one, so I just sit down. Because you've got to get to the other end, otherwise you haven't finished the story, do you? There's no way you can cut it down. But over to you, Maestro, please.
Well, I am Mabel, and I'm very able. Now let me get back to my piece
attracting local choirs and people to come along and join us this evening, I've also given them the opportunity to maybe join in and sing a piece so that we can see the kind of music they do on a regular basis. And I'm absolutely thrilled to say that a quartet in Seventh Heaven have agreed to do that, and they're going to come over onto the stage now, and they're going to sing this Paper Moon by Carol Arlen, that's been sung by Nat King Cole, Ella Fitzgerald, and tonight by Seventh Heaven. Absolutely marvellous, thank you very, very much indeed. As you know, Frank loves his garden. Shall we see if we can tempt him to come and see us by making a few gardening noises, a few more sound effects? Can we have some bees buzzing? A bit higher, a bit low bees there, just one drop. Any birds that can tweet? Yeah. Any upstairs birds up in the sky? Oh, beautiful, beautiful, yes. And how about the lawnmower? You can come out now, Frank.
What are you looking at? This might look like a shower cubicle still, but if you use your imagination, you'll realise it's really an outside privy. Well done. The old bat next door has got an horse, hasn't she? Been in my garden, it has. And it's stable, because it's so posh, that horse. It's got an ensuite, it has. So I'm just doing a bit of recycling, if you like. I'm not having a good summer. First of all, my hook has a hole in it, and it goes and gets mended using a girly shower cap from her. And since it's been mended, it's just rain and rain. And you'll never guess what. I've got hold of my boot now.
What are you doing in my house? Out of my way, please. It's time for my shower. Oh.
this is excellent. I don't have to tell you anything now. Thank you, Amy. Mabel got back into the shower and relaxed. And as she relaxed, her mind started wandering back to a time many years ago. A time when she was a teenager and she had a horrible experience on a holiday up in Scotland. I think we better set the scene. Let's use that Scotland the break like we did before. So I'd like 2 notes for the gentle, please. Hey, this gentle. You know, ladies, it's not very good, is it? It's not a bagpipe. It's too nice. Ladies. In her haste, Mabel fell over and knocked herself out. When she came to, there was a young man in a flat cap kneeling over her. There was rain in her eyes, so she couldn't really see his face.
Are you all right? Let me help you. We rented that cottage over there for our holiday. Lean on me, and we'll go in and get you sorted.
And he took me into the parlour and then disappeared to get the doctor from my mother. He left me with his mother. The room was warm and smelled delicious. I'll never forget the aroma of the tomato soup she was cooking and the fresh bread that she baked to go with it. Together they smelled magical. She served me a large bowl of the soup and I tucked in. Another song from The Sound of Music came into my head. Climb every mountain, ford every stream, follow every byway until you find your dream. At that point I knew what my dream was, to deliver comfort to the world through the medium of tomato soup.
Well, we've got another musical cue here. Any nuns in the house? No? Well, I think we're going to need a few nunny sounds here. We obviously need some monks to help them out. What I'd like to do is we need to make this song very moving, obviously. So we start off with just the ladies, and as it moves its way through and the tension builds and the harmonies take us there, gents, if you'd like to join in so we can get to a wonderful climax at the end. So ladies, a good substantial alto here, please. And you just need to make sure you follow the words, because they weren't what I expected, but they are the right ones. So do whatever's on the screen. I think you should stand up and have a good old warble.
Thank
find out what's been happening with Mabel and Frank.
It does. Sorry, I've got the battle for later. Thank you, everyone. Let's find out what's Mabel and Frank.
These darn holes in my wellies are awful. I've tried chewing them, an arrow bite, not chewing, of course. But nothing works. And I can't just race through this terrible mud, because I'll get trench foot. You wouldn't believe just how much rain there's been here, you know. And since that horse from next door got through, it's been disaster here.
Oh, hello, Edie. I'm not one to complain, but your garden is the most terrible mess. I happen to be on the parish council, you know, so I'd appreciate it if you could get it landscaped. Otherwise, I'll have to take an asbo out on you.
An asbo? What do you mean an asbo? I ain't been making any noise, have I?
Well, what about that racket we made with that bucket?
That there bucket is ticket to my success. With this here bucket, I'll carry the manure, and I'll carry them and the water to grow my prize-winning tomatoes. And with that money, I'll get from winning the Yorkshire Tomato Growers Cup, I'll be able to heat my house for the winter. But your horse has ruined everything. And my wellies are leaking. So my dream is right dashed away. And gone. It is.
I had a dream once, and by following my dream, I built Mabel's tin suits so warm you could go to sleep in them, into the biggest brand in the UK. Oh, wait there. I've got something for you.
Now there's an offer. Oh, here we go. Looks like an hippopotamus in that dressing gown.
Oh, heavens above, this is like a quagmire.
It may be a quagmire, but it's my quagmire.
I like a man with spirit. It reminds me of my Mabel's tin soup days, and I do miss the smell of a big, beefy tomato sizzling in the pan. I've got a patch in my garden that can't be seen from the house where you can grow your tomato plants if you like. And there's no way my horse will get through the barbed wire around my private grounds. There are just two conditions. Make sure no one sees you, and let me have your excess produce.
With Mabel's land too, I should be able to grow some prize-winning toms, have some to sell, and even have some extra to hand over to her. And after a few months, to help her, with help from your horse, the glorious money in my garden will be rich enough for me to grow them as big as I did back in the old days.
Who knows something about mud then?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. You know mud? Oh, you should do. You did at practice.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. I think we should get ready to sing the Farmers and Swan classic, the hippopotamus song, Mud, Mud, Glorious Mud. There's a lot of words, and if it's one you don't know, don't panic, because there is a note for every syllable. It all drops into place, honestly. And you just need to think as you go through, is it a hippo singing, just a man hippo, or are we into the next verse when it's a quiet duet, or is it the final verse when we're going to let rip? So let's see if we can get a bit of acting into this as well. So from the very top, mud, mud, glorious mud.